Good morning, everybody. I'm here with Jodi Roberts. We are already laughing.
I'm trying to slurp coffee and I'm almost choking on it.
I saw Melissa asking, what does coffee sound like? It sounds like this. I saw Melissa asking, what does coffee sound like? Thank you, Lucky Girl, for posting the links to Jodi's website and everything. And I pinned her YouTube channel too. She's got a lot of videos if anybody wants to watch them. We're just
doing housework. I love it. That's what I usually do. I'm doing housework when I'm listening to all these everybody read. Oh my goodness, good morning. We're not awake yet.
We're not awake. we're sipping our coffee and waiting on the people to find us that we went live.
Okay, you can't see my cup on this camera, but it says, in my defense, I was left unsupervised.
Well, I like the mug you texted me a photo of. Let's see, what did it say? Oh, what fresh hell is this?
Yeah, I have about 5 of them now. I purchased a few more. Oh, what fresh hell is this? Is what's his name from? God. Sheldon Cooper.
Oh, from Big Bang Theory.
Yes, that's his tagline.
I love that show.
I know.
So how is everybody this morning in chat?
Hopefully you're having coffee.
Please have coffee and giggle with us, because I'm not a morning person. You know, I start readings usually at noon my time, and I'll go into the evenings, but I don't function well in the morning. I got to sit and have a couple of cups of coffee before I'm functional.
Okay, Joan, you've got the right idea. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday are my days off, and to get up and speak human is a weird thing. It's like, ooh, I have to get the mouth working.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out a time we could do it. I said, oh, let's do Monday in September, because my guitar teacher's out of town, so I won't have guitar lessons. So we settled on today because we're both off on Mondays.
Happy birthday, Summer!
Happy birthday, Summer!
Yay, Clarence! For a change, I can't type to you. I just can say hi to you.
Yeah, happy birthday to all the Libras out there.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Still in bed, contemplating another cup of coffee.
You know, it doesn't matter if I get up at 4:30 in the morning or if it's 10 in the morning. It's always the same. Sit like a slug till I have my coffee.
Well, I usually have coffee on the hummingbird deck upstairs and play bowls for them. So they're going to have to wait until tea in the afternoon for their bowls. Peach green tea. Oh my goodness.
I tend to be a night owl, and since we do the Sunday night lives, I'm always, in the after show giggling and cutting up with Becca and Johnny for a while. So I don't usually get up early on Mondays.
Yeah, we're stretching. We're stretching.
Hey, Beth Cat. Beth Cat's a good friend of mine down in Tennessee. We've known each other for 41 years now.
Tennessee. I'm in Arkansas. I'm not that far away from Tennessee. I keep forgetting I'm not in Texas anymore. I'm grateful I'm not.
So basically, this video this morning, we're going to talk about manifesting is going to be our theme. I should have put that in the title, but we were laughing about coffee. It's the sacred sounds of coffee because we're not morning people. But this video, I may throw some cards on a few things, but I wanted to talk about manifesting because it comes up so often when I'm doing personal readings. And I know, Jodi, that you run into people that have trouble manifesting things for themselves. Jodi, can you share a story about something you've manifested for you?
I can share a couple of stories, actually. I'm sitting in a house on a lake in Arkansas
which is beautiful, by the way. You have videos that show it.
The hummingbird videos look out on the lake. And for me to manifest this, because I lived in Texas for 15 years, I had to give notice 2 months before I moved. And through the year of COVID, there were 0 houses for rent up here. The year before, there were hundreds. So I gave notice and started packing and had nowhere to go and nowhere to go and nowhere to go. And, and that's typically when the, oh my God, what did I do kind of thoughts start coming in. And basically, I was working with a friend of mine who's a part-time housemate. She still is in Texas. And she was taking steps to do her part in it. And I just kept saying, thank you, the right place is here. Thank you, it's here. Opened up Zillow for the 500th time that month. And this house popped up and was in Zillow for 3 days. And Jane had, by chance, connected with a realtor who worked for the company that had this house listed. By chance, right? Synchronicity.
Yeah.
So we had them walk through this house with Zoom and a camera. And we were like, yeah, okay. And then they pointed the camera out the window onto the lake. And we had the application filled out that day and turned in that day, which was New Year's Eve day. And everybody up here takes vacations for 2 weeks. We're not used to that in Texas. And we got the house. And it was only listed for 3 days. And it was constantly attempting to reprogram the fear of being homeless or having to put everything in storage and just say, thank you. It's here. Yeah. Thank you. It's here. And here it is.
Coming from gratitude is crucial. I have a great story that just happened last year, manifesting. My next door neighbors, when they bought their house, the interest rates had gone up. So they were refinancing and locking it at those lower interest rates. During COVID, the interest rates dropped way down. So they were locking in at that 2.5% or whatever it dropped down to. And my interest rates, when I bought this house, they were pretty low. It was in the 4 range. But I was like, dang, I'd like to refinance, but I don't want to spend, several $1,000s refinancing, paying the refi fees, just to save maybe $100 off my mortgage. So I did my candle lighting. I got my little tea light out. I said, thank you for refinancing my house for free, is how I put it. And I just let it go to the universe. Just let it go. That's the key. You got to let it go. Don't worry about how it comes to you. 2 weeks later, I got a call from my mortgage company. Hi, we're offering you the opportunity to refinance your house because you don't have equity built up in it yet. You haven't been in it that long. And they said, would you like to refinance and lock in at these low interest rates? And I said, do I have to pay the refi fee? And they said, no, it's free. I was like, thank you, universe. I get to refinance my house for free at the low interest rate.
Of course.
I'm locked in on my mortgage now for the term of the mortgage.
That's fantastic.
I
have people that work together to manifest on behalf of each other. We'll ask for group help. And I was running I run all my groups on Zoom instead of here. And one of the women in the group, she and her husband had moved up here following me, moving all my big instruments. They just, sold their house in Plano and moved without buying one. And she was just in this, it's not going to manifest. We can't find anything. And the rest of the group said, turn us loose with permission, turn us loose on manifesting for you. And we were doing the altars and the manifestation music and the Ho'oponopono prayer, everything we do, and the visualization. They had an offer on a house by that afternoon, not through a realtor, and they had it accepted by that evening. And I mean, I'm trying to put things on the altar, and it's like, what do you mean they already accepted it? You're going too fast. But it's just the power of holding intention together. Absolutely. Rather than, oh no, I'm scared.
Absolutely. When I do personal readings for people and something comes up, like they're having to move, they're getting forced out of where they're at, they're having to move quickly. I will sit and light candles for them every night and be a part of that intention, and set it every night. I'll tell them, make sure you're doing it from your end too. I'm doing it every night. We're gonna manifest this new home for you, or new job. If somebody's lost a job, we're gonna manifest the new job. So the biggest problem I think people have with manifesting is coming from a place of lack or fear. And if you get that fear in your head, you have to relanguage the head. So every time you say something negative in your head, like, oh, I don't have enough money, or I'm never going to find a new home, or I'm never going to find a job. Every time you say something with, a negative energy, that's what you're putting out in the universe. Delete, delete, delete. Cancel that thought immediately and replace it with, thank you for my new job. Thank you for financial abundance. Thank you for blah, 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 whatever you're trying to manifest. Because that's what you want out in the universe. And then you have to let go. Like you don't put specifics on there about how the universe is going to bring it to you. It just let the universe bring it. It'll drop in your lap. We still have to do the work. Like we have to watch, for the house, or we have to watch for, I think the only thing I didn't have to do any work on was, the refinance on my house. But, when I manifested this house for me, I was being pushed out of my house that I was renting because the guy wanted to sell it. And, I manifested this house very quickly. The first time I was out, house hunting, found it, and put an offer in that day. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's my house. But watch for those synchronicities and do the work, like you have to look for a job, or you have to stay in touch with your contacts. You have to do a little bit of work, but let go of how it comes to you.
Yeah, I used to think, 35 years ago that you just sort of sat back and ate bonbons in bed waiting for spirit to manifest. And it's like, no, we are active co-creators of reality.
Yeah, so. And I always say it as if it's already here. Thank you for my new home. Thank you for my job that's paying me well and where I enjoy working. Come from a place of gratitude with it. So relanguage the brain. Another trick I like to do is when I'm trying to manifest something, I'll put Post-its with what I'm trying to manifest, like thank you for financial abundance or whatever I'm trying to manifest. Put a Post-it on your refrigerator, put a Post-it on your bathroom mirror. Those are two places you're guaranteed to see every day.
And Julie was just saying that she does poster boards, which is a really fun way to do this. Get the pictures.
Vision boards are awesome. But put a Post-it on your bathroom mirror and put a Post-it on your refrigerator. And every time you walk by it or every time you see it, say it 3 times in your head. If you say it out loud, it's even more powerful.
Okay, we have a question. Do you have to know, Thelma? Do you have to know what you want?
Not necessarily. If you know you want to attract something, but you're not sure what it is, I'll tell you my favorite mantra that my friend Beth Cat taught me back years ago, and it's still like it's an open-ended invitation to the universe to bring you wonderful things. And I believe it. Beth, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it came out of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. The mantra is, "O glorious future, my heart is open to you. Come into my life. O glorious future, my heart is open to you. Come into my life. O glorious future, my heart is open to you. Come into my life."
It's beautiful.
And it just puts this beautiful energy out in the universe, because the universe knows what you need, so you can do an open-ended yes. If you know specifically, Beth just confirmed for me that's where it came from. If you know specifically, do it in a positive way, as if it's already here.
Yeah, and in my daily prayers, I intend the highest good for myself and all beings, because that's the open-ended, creator knows better than I do what my highest good is.
Yeah. It's like it's a do no harm to someone else while bringing me something, and it's a wonderful energy. It's good karma. So learning to be in that place of gratitude is key. I want to talk about, because somebody's bringing up cancer in chat. So health issues can scare the crap out of you. If you got diagnosed with cancer, it can scare the crap out of you. So visualize seeing yourself happy, healthy, and whole and healed. Happy, healthy, and healed. and just focus on that. I am happy, healthy, and healed.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't believe it yet, say it that way. Eventually, you pull it from that mind, you pull it down into that heart chakra where
Mm-hmm.
you know it, where you feel it,
Mm-hmm.
where you're not having to fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, language the brain right.
Mm-hmm.
Fake it till you make it. And then when you make it, you know it because you start feeling it here. And when you start feeling it here and believing it here, that's when it manifests. That's when, like, you've let it go and it just boom.
Yeah, and in sound healing, the guides that I work with taught that the vibrational frequency of cancer is chaos, and they suggested to pray peace, to be peace, to have peaceful cells in a peaceful body as a frequency visualization.
I love that.
Yeah, it was really a neat concept. You know, it's just, oh, pray peace, be peace.
Yeah. Because I do energy healing. So I see cancer as dark gray or black negative matter. And it feels very sticky to me. Like when I'm putting my astral hands in somebody, it feels sticky and icky. And I just imagine shrinking it down, shrinking it down, shrinking it down, and then peeing it out the body through the urine. So if you in your mind, if you imagine it shrinking, 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 and then going out of your body, or grounding it down into the center of the earth. If you can focus on just ground it down, give it back to the center of the earth, Mother Earth will heal it.
Okay, Cinda, what would happen? We may just jump. What would happen if you've always been challenged with visualizing something like the perfect health? Intend it. I mean, I've been sick since the day I was born, and that was a really long time ago. And my daily intention is perfect health for the highest good. And, you know, there may be moments where I know what that is and many moments where I don't, because I'm a canary in the coal mine. I mean, I'm the one here going, yo, if you have smart meters installed against your will, the face burns like mine is now, you know? So I set the intention, and then I work with the blurts in my brain that say it's not possible for me. You know, that's the part I can control, is changing the languaging in my head into gratitude for health. With that, oh, I wonder what that's like. Won't this be fun?
And knowing, like, when an illness no longer serves you, and you can help release it energetically. You know, it's like, okay, I'm done with this, release it. Just like with, you know, if you have a relationship that isn't working for you, and you release it and let it go, right? Move on from it. So energetically learning to release it, letting it go. Visualizing, you know, you just have to sit down for like 5 minutes a day and just imagine, like, if you've got cancer, imagine it just shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. Just see like a black circle just shrinking down. Whatever, you know, works for you in visualizing. It doesn't take, you know, you don't have to sit for hours doing it. Just do it consistently. Like, you know, every morning for 5 minutes, sit down and visualize a little. It gets easier. Practice makes everything easier.
Yeah, all of this is a sacred practice. I mean, to be able to affect our lives and our health, it takes the dedication of repetition in this world.
You know, we all get thrown by things, you know, life happens. So, you know, when you have an unexpected expense or something, it's like, oh God, where am I going to come up with the money for this? You know, and it's like, take a second, breathe, and then go and, you know, create that routine that you do for manifesting positive results. And it gets easier and easier to get there. But we all go like, oh, at first. It's like, that's a natural human response.
Yeah, it is.
And I do believe there's certain things like we go through that strengthen us, you know, and then help us to learn how to align ourselves quicker and easier, you know, to stay in that divine light. And it does get easier. But I do feel like there are certain things like we come in to experience because it's going to help us learn to stay connected.
Yeah. I mean, we're in third dimensional reality right now. It's a little murky, you know? Just a little murky. And, you know, and for me, because somebody mentioned autoimmune. That's what I came in with in this body was autoimmune issues. And I've practiced for many, many years to, through meditation and Zen and all that stuff, to be here now, be in the moment now, because when I'm in the moment and I'm working or I'm sitting meditating on my pollinator deck with whoever shows up, I'm not feeling the physicality of what I'm there in the oneness of nature and just enjoying that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always amazed me at how easy it is to shift back and forth between, oh my God, I'm suffering, to, oh, isn't this beautiful? And I use nature as a healer. I mean, for me, that is my main healer.
That's my main healer too, going outside, getting outside. And it takes you out of that living in the future fear based, like where you're like, oh, it takes you out of that and it puts you right back in the moment. Getting connected right here, right now.
That's why I take so many goofy hummingbird videos.
Which we love them.
I know I'm sitting here going, okay, the season is ending. I've got probably 1,000 extra videos and photographs that I've been stashing away on backup discs so that when they're all gone,
that's my morning routine. I pull up one of your videos and I'm sitting drinking my coffee and watching the hummingbirds, and I'm kind of mindless, like I'm in the moment just watching the hummingbirds.
Well, and they're such good sound healers. I mean, sitting out with them and listening to their really interesting vocalizations. And one day I decided to film it in slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
And when you film those things in slow motion, their calls almost sound like the call of an eagle or a hawk. There's this giant long call. And I'm like, whoa, that's a hummingbird.
Yeah. Some people like, when they get down into something heavy and, they're in a fear-based thing, they have trouble lifting their vibration. They have trouble lifting their energy and they start getting depressed. I'm like, the quickest way you can shift your energy is to smile.
Yes.
Or laugh. If you can find something to laugh at, laugh out loud. If it's a funny video or something, laugh, or just like go for a walk in your neighborhood and smile at somebody when you pass them. That shifts your energy up in a big way. So if you're having a bad day, go find somebody to smile at.
Yeah, I somebody in one of my groups posted a video of, and I actually have seen this before, a man with an iPad, with headphones, not paying attention to anybody on a train in Europe. He gets on and he just starts bellowing with laughter at whatever he was watching. And he's got this, this ha ha ha, kind of laugh, and people whoever's filming this is showing people on the train getting really uncomfortable because, oh my God, somebody's out of control, and he's laughing. And then within 3 minutes into this video, everybody in the train is howling with laughter just because he was laughing. And we used to do this in my Zen order at 4:30 in the morning. And there was nothing to laugh about at 4:30 in the morning, but we would do laugh meditation. And it's an energy that just shuts the brain up and you just go with it. It was really fun, actually.
Dancing is another way to bring your vibration up. Get up, put on some loud music and dance around like nobody's watching. Just dance. That changes your vibration. Laughing. I have several Johnny videos from Tarot's Apprentice where he gets giggle fits every now and then in some of his videos. And I have several. I will go back and I will watch them over and over just to laugh with him.
Yes.
Just because his laugh just cracks me up. It gets me laughing. Speaking of Tarot's Apprentice, hey Johnny. He's got a few. He did a video just a couple of weeks ago on Getter, and I started laughing. Couldn't even start his reading, and I go back and watch that over and over.
I remember that. That is so funny.
He's got a few. He had quite a few in the past year where he loses it that I go back and watch. So I'm just going to ask the cards, like, if Spirit wants to advise, what other things do people do that kind of blocks their energy from manifesting? Because fear is basically blocking.
Fear is blocking, yeah. Well, what I've seen in my healing practice over these 30 some odd years is getting addicted to stories in the head. There's like a storyline that runs. And when I have pointed that out and asked to turn the story off, people get really angry at, oh no, this is my story, I'm allowed to own it. And I'm like, yeah, you're creating reality with it. So changing that story. Ricky Gervais. I have never listened to the Ricky Gervais show.
I'm getting watch who your support people are. Yes. So if you're surrounded by Debbie Downers, it's going to bring you down, you know? Mm-hmm. So watch who your support people are, your friends, your family. And if you've got Debbie Downers around you, try not to talk to them too often while you're going through something, you know, catch up with them later. And also, you know, the legacy card, things that we were, the way we were raised and things that influence the way we think and stuff, and trauma. Hey, Adrian from Redwood. Those traumas and things that we hang on to, like you said, stories, you know, that just keep repeating, where we haven't learned the tools. Maybe we didn't have the best role models in parents. Mm-hmm. We haven't learned the tools to bring something out in a positive way. Mm-hmm. It can be confusing and block that energy. Morals and dogma, you know, raised with certain belief systems that you can't change the future. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, or that you can't manifest something. You know when this is causing problems. But you know, the Queen of Cups, she keeps a lid on her emotions, not letting your emotions get so wound up that you can't manifest. You know, if you go into a drama queen mode and you know, you can't manifest from that mode. You got to calm down. You got to breathe a minute. Breathe. Yes.
Breathing. That's a really good tool.
Yeah, just take a breath. It's like
a breath. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Take a leap of faith. Change your perspective. Change your brain. Change your language. Take a leap of faith to manifest opportunities. So, learning to take one step forward when you feel stuck. If you can take one step in a positive direction, it will start to shift your energy when you feel stuck. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't lie to yourself. I'm also getting. So that's kind of those stories like, oh, I could never have that, or I could never do this, and blah, blah, blah. And that's, you know, you're just lying to yourself. Yeah. Learn new things. You know, the school card, the student card, get a book, take a class, something that helps you shift. You know, if you've got problems, especially like childhood trauma, legacy problems, family problems, you know, get some books that help you release some of that. You know, I have to grab books. Hang on. I had them out here the other day for showing everybody.
She's probably getting more coffee.
Yeah, I need more coffee. I need more coffee, but the two most influential books I read in my 20s, I show these all the time when I'm doing personal readings, that helped me get over childhood trauma, because, you know, I experienced child abuse. Yep. And again, like, get out of that victim mentality. Don't use the word I was a victim of anything. I experienced child abuse. The Fantasy Bond, one of the best books I read that helped me detach from all the negative energy and negative trauma. That was a great book. If you had any kind of childhood trauma or family trauma, that's a fabulous book. And then the other book that really influenced me was the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying, because it taught me how don't send fear, don't send love, don't send hate, you know, don't send anything. Take that middle path, go neutral with it. Just take that middle road.
If I call that middle road sacred paradox, the yes and.
Yeah. Because we're all meant to go as humans. We're all meant to have high highs and low lows in our lives. We're going to go through that. You can't be on the middle path all the time unless you're a monk living in a cave and meditating all day. So you're going to have ups and downs, but it helps you find that middle path.
Yeah.
Easier to get balanced again when your energy gets off kilter.
Yeah, which it always does.
Yeah. So I wanted to do a little meditation for anybody in chat that's trying to manifest anything. We're going to do the fake it till you make it and then pull it down to the heart chakra. And then Jodi's going to follow this with beautiful sound healing, helping us to connect and bring that knowing into the heart chakra. So hopefully anyone watching this later also will enjoy this and can replay this over and over when they need to get grounded and pull that in. So you know me, I like to start with candles. I'm just going to invoke some angel energy here. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Ariel, we surrender to your mercy, compassion, and healing. We thank you for manifesting all positive things for us. We thank you for our new home. We thank you for our new job. We thank you for our healthy, happy, and healed body. We thank you for healing relationships. We thank you for hearing and honoring our manifesting desires. And I'm just pulling that thought from my head down into my heart chakra where I can feel it and know we are loved, we are provided for, we are creators that can manifest anything our heart desires. That's why we pull it into the heart chakra where we know it.
Take a deep breath. Come back in your body and your room.
Just feel it opening up all those chakras and vibrating throughout my whole body. I have to say thank you, a big thank you to Adrian from Red Lentil and Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice for introducing me to Jodi Roberts, because we speak the same language. We spent, I don't know how long talking the first time we talked about harmonics. Because I love anything that vibrates. Like, that's why I play guitar, strings, and I love gongs and bells and chimes and bowls, Tibetan bowls. And
yes. And if you want to have a really good session, have one with Jen Lynn. That was a blast.
We had so much fun. She was my last reading of the day, and we spent, I don't know how long talking afterwards. It was I'm like, we're two peas in a pod.
I know.
We are planning on trying to get back together again in October. We haven't set a date yet, but probably on a Monday morning again in October, where this focus was on manifesting. We wanted to talk about post-traumatic stress syndrome and healing from post-traumatic stress. So watch for us. We'll post sometime. We haven't set the actual date yet, but we'll figure it out.
I was part of designing a program for the Army at Fort Hood that had sound healing and Reiki and, all the normal stuff to us and not so normal to them. And I remember giving the demo, sitting on the floor in this room surrounded by mostly men in their green fatigues. And at the end of it, the head of the hospital looked at me, and you could tell he was trying to put this into words that were not insulting. But basically what he was saying is, you're way too woo-woo to work for the military. And I looked around at everybody in the room, about 30 or 40 people, and said, if you all can forgive me for being raised a Marine, and launched into, military speak. And they were all like, oh, thank God. But that was one of the most amazing experiences I had. I worked for the program for a year because I lived in Dallas and I would drive down to Fort Hood every week. And my dad came back from 2 tours in Vietnam completely in PTSD with 0 resources to help him. And here, these were active, they weren't veterans, they were active military getting help in the kind of ways that we all do. It was amazing.
That's wonderful. Yeah, and they don't realize, like, a lot of people think, oh, woo woo, like you've been like this your whole life. Well, yeah, but also, there's another side. Like, hello, I was raised a Marine. That's awesome. We'll probably the next time we get together, we'll probably be on Jodi's channel, so y'all need to subscribe to her so that
my baby channel.
Yeah, and I'll post on my community tab when we're going to do it, and I'll also announce it in the Sunday Night Lives when we're going to get together in October. But thank you all, and thank you, Thelma and Constance, and anyone else I missed on the super chats, because I was closed eyes and deep into it. So anybody I missed on the super chats, thank you. Thank you, Jodi, for being here with us today.
Yeah, this was really fun. And all y'all that were here for the music and the meditation, drink extra water after the coffee so that you can just move the energy through.
Anytime you have gone through a healing experience, healing energy work or sound healing like this, it's always good to drink a lot of water afterwards to just flush the toxins out. Thank you, Becca.
Thank you, Becca. Yeah, thanks a lot for getting up early with us. I'm going to have to go make some more coffee now.
Me too. I'm going to drink a little more water, and then I'm going to make a second cup of coffee. But thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you come back and replay this when you want, and fast forward to the sound part if you want. It's quite beautiful. And if you imagine you have ears all over your body, little ears, and take the sound in. I should have mentioned this before you started. And take the sound in through those ears, up and down your legs, up and down your torso. You feel it in those chakras more. Like you feel it like the waves of it, moving through the body. So next, if you go back and listen to it again, put your ears on.
Yeah. And okay, Becca's moving into my house for the sound.
Me too, Becca. The sound and the view. The view's awesome.
But if you move in, you have to be sitting. We all have to sit in a row on the upstairs deck playing Tibetan bowls out into the world, because when the hummingbirds aren't here, we get other birds that come in. Yeah. The crows have been hanging lately.
Becca attracts the crows and ravens. She's got some in her backyard.
I have 3 crows that come in with the spirits of my 3 teachers, my Lakota teacher, my Zen teacher, and my bowl teacher. And, and if they're all sitting on my other deck squawking, I'm like, oh no, what did I forget to pay attention to? So, yep.
Thank you, Karen. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on a Monday morning. And I hope you all have a blessed week. And we'll let you know when we're back together again. That was awesome. Thank you again, Jodi.
Thank you, Jen Lynn. Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.